had such a great week of Compassion Camp. We have learned so much about compassion this month. We've learned that compassion, what it looks like, is to say, I see your hurt, I feel your hurt with you. This we call empathy. And if my compassion is strong, then I'll do everything I can to ease your hurt. Compassion helps us to see one another and welcome each other, and it helps us to be brave. We learned how important it is to love and care for ourselves so that we can better love and care for others. And this week we explored what it looks like to be present to one another through the story of Naomi, Ruth, and Orpah. When Naomi lost her husbands and sons, and Ruth and Orpah lost their husbands, they each faced the difficult decision of staying or going and had to choose the best direction for them. But they showed compassion to one another. Each could make their hard decision because of the compassion that they received from one another as well. So I'm curious, what does it mean to you to be there for someone?
Hey friends, my name is Hannah, and I think being there for somebody means learning about that person. What are the ways that make them feel loved and cared about, and intentionally doing those things.
Hi everyone, this is Miss Claudia. So what does it mean to me to be there for someone? It means to love them and support them when they're in need.
When I think about being there for someone, one of the most important things to me is being there and being present to someone without judgment. So like nothing makes me feel smaller than when I go to somebody with a problem and they kind of blow it off and make it seem like it's not a big deal. Or I don't know that there's something not quite right about my problem. And so what I think being there for someone means being present, and being present with a totally open heart and mind. And so that's really important to me.
Hi, my name is Edward, and the meaning for I being there for someone that means I love them.
When is a time that you have been there for someone?
Once, like, my sister sometimes falls down and I just make her laugh, and I like when she laughs. It's funny.
I've been present to people recently in similar ways to the ways they've been present to me. Showing up in person when I can and on calls when I can't. I like to be there for people with food. So I can send food sometimes now because we have all of these apps and things. I can send food even to someone in a place where I don't live and can't go. And so that's a way that I like to be there for someone and to show love and to check in and to pray for them.
I stood up for a friend whenever they are getting picked on at school.
And I've been present with my family all the time, support them. I kind of help my sister take care of her kids whenever she needs to go to work, and just be there for each other.
When is a time that someone has been present with you or been there for you?
A couple weeks ago, I had a really bad day, and one of my best friends was there for me by bringing me a sandwich for lunch.
When I broke my thumb in the second grade, when I went to school, I thought no one would treat me well. So I told them to sign my cast, and they said sure, and I liked it because I would have felt worried or sad.
When has someone been there for us? John and I recently had a fire at our house. With God's grace, we are fine and rebuilding. So many families, friends, and neighbors have been there for us. Examples include the cookies baked for us by one of our neighbors, a middle school girl. We received many offers to help with both the cleanup and packing. We continue to receive encouraging calls, texts, cards, and emails checking on how we're doing. And our special friends gave us a safe place to stay, washed our clothes, and fed us. We're so grateful that so many have been there for us.
Let's take a look at some of the cool things we did at Compassion Camp this week.
Face to face or far away, God is present among us.
Tiffany George, and I'm the director at St. Mark's CDC. And this week for Compassion Camp, I'm going to show you guys an activity that you can do that shows how compassion helps us to be present with others.
face or far away, God is present among us. Listen to your family say, I am here with you. As close as your breath, your beating heart, I am
Okay,
here
so
with
who
you.
is always there for people who are sick? Sam?
Mommy,
That's right.
Why is it your mommy? Because what is her job?
a doctor.
That's right.
Yes.
God is present among us. Listen to your community say, I am here with you.
When I am open and present with someone, I wait with them, listen carefully to them, and ask how I can support them best. When we show up for people like this, we give compassion. And when people show up for us like this, we receive compassion. The 3 women that we learned about this week shared compassion in a hard situation and showed us how we can give and receive compassion too. So let's close in the same way that we opened this week. Let's place one hand on our head and one hand on our hearts. We do this because compassion happens in our brains, but we often feel it in our hearts. Let's say a repeat prayer. Loving Spirit, you are active and alive, always moving and stirring within us and around us. Please be an encouraging wind at our backs, giving us open minds and soft hearts to follow where you lead. Amen.